So guys, Magatte Wade. Magatte Wade, that's what her name is pronounced. Who is she? Well, she's a Senegalese. She's a so-called activist for African people. She's an author and she's an entrepreneur. Why I said she's a so-called activist? Because most times the Western elites tend to pick out some of our brightest minds and co-opt them, brainwash them to believe in they're better than other Africans because of their education and because of their status and because of their financial status and because of their educational status. So they tend to distance themselves from other Africans because of what they was told by the elite. Because when they reach a certain level, you're taken into you're accepted in certain circles, and in those circles they don't want you to surround yourself with your own. So they try to absorb into them and then tell you, oh, this is me, you cannot do this, you've said this. And I think this is what happened here. Why am I saying this? Look at what she put up. One of her posts on X blew my mind. This is how I get to find out who she was, and I do a little backstory on her. But take a listen. Put it up. I genuinely think Africa will develop faster once we stop idolizing. Listen to these names, please. Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, Jerry Rawlings, Patrice Lumumba, and stop falling for the Abraham Chori propaganda that's going on right now. One more post. We need to question the legacies of Thomas Sankara, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Jerry Rawlings, and all so-called African liberators. Did you hear the disrespect this stupid, educated elite is? Because she's accepted in some circles. You know why she's saying this? Look at who her husband is. Look at it. She's married to a colonizer. And he's also one of those who you would think he's working for the continent, but they're actually working against the continent by appearing as if they are for the continent. And this is what the colonizers are great at doing. Taking some of our own people who we would, like they're saying the right things and they're doing the right things, but they're not, and then they're sticking in these kind of comments. Do you know, we all know who Thomas Sankara was. Thomas Sankara was taken out because of his beliefs of Africa. He's the one who would give Burkina Faso its name. He's the one who first started to put out, not first, but he was the president that tell the Americans leave, the Europeans leave. He's the one who believed in self-development. Patrice Lumumba from Congo, he was taken out in the 60s as well. Why? Because of what he stated in a speech he gave when the king at the time, the king of what's the country name again? Anyway, he was the king who visited the Congo in them times, and he did not hold his tongue, and then that's one of the reasons why they took him out, because he was preaching self-independence and all. So anyway, my point is they took him out, not just take him out, they put his body in acid, and all that's left of him was a gold tooth he had. Could you believe the hell they went through? And it's documented that this was done by Westerners and Europeans colluded together to take him out because he was gaining too much of traction. Jerry Rawlings as well, a Ghanaian, just like Kwame Nkrumah, who tried to change the trajectory of these countries. You know who we thought was for us, and they turned out just like this Magatte Wade? Nana Akufo, the president that just got ousted. He was a puppet at the highest level. Because if he's for the African continent, he will do something that's good for the continent, then in return, he do something against the continent. That's more destructive. Then President William Ruto of Kenya, he's another. He had this big talk, and he won election by a landslide because he was looked upon as someone who can lead the country. Then to turn out, he's a puppet at the highest level. Another one. We have a few of them. We have the Nigerian president, I'll just lose his name, from Nigerian president, Tinubu. He's a puppet and another puppet he's been used by the West, because they were trying to use him to attack Burkina Faso. It didn't work fortunately because of the alliance. Anyway, so we have these people who seemed and looked like they're looking for the country, for the continent, or for the country. But in actuality, they are a wolf in sheep clothing. For her to say, we must disregard all these legacies of these people and don't fall. He said, do not fall for the propaganda of Abraham Churi. Abraham Churi, we have never have anyone like him. And until it's been proven he's not what he seems to be, I will stand by him because that's why he's on my wall. I get he's next to, on my wall next to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Because Marcus Mosiah Garvey is another hero of mine. Abraham Churi have done, in my opinion, everything right. He hasn't done something that's against his people so far. So what? I'm going to think about, oh, he's going to turn bad. No. The man put in infrastructure that they never had. He building homes for people. He took care of his soldiers who came from war and got hurt. He took care of his soldiers who did not came back from war and take care of their families. Make sure that the kids have free education, free home. The wives have given opportunities to her to become, the widows have given opportunity to become business owners. Industrialization is going on. He changed the school curriculum from the Europeans. He changed the language from French to the local language. In the Constitution, he did not say he put it in the Constitution. They are changing they're taking down all their European names of their streets and of their walls and renaming them. That's changing the mind. His people love him so much, they are willing to go the distance for him. People are going out of their way to make sure they look out for him. They're doing training camps. They are taking care of, they're actually patriotic by looking out for their countrymen and not turning against him at any point. They rock for him at every point they get. So this woman, Magatte Wade, because he's an author and he's married to a white man, all of a sudden, we must come and listen to you that Abraham Churi is bad, Kwame Nkrumah is bad, Patrice Lumumba, Jerry Rawlings, he's a Ghanaian, just like Kwame Nkrumah. Patrice Lumumba was from the Congo. Ever since that, the Congo haven't seen peace since Patrice Lumumba, even though he wasn't a president, he was a minister. Who else did you say? Nareri, another great leader, legacy-wise. Surprised she didn't. Surprised she picked all our greatest heroes and go against them. What does that tell you? All because what? She's married to the enemy. That's it. She's married to the enemy, so she's been co-opted into making sure that she goes against us at our cost. So everything of what she have done is erased, in my opinion. Because what? You're acting. This is what Dr. Umar Johnson have always preached. Once you go over to the colonizer side, you become them. Yeah, I think he keeps saying interracial marriages and does not work on that kind of level, because it's true. If she was not married to this European, I don't even know if he's a European, but he's Michael, I forgot his name, Michael Strong. He's a European, so what? Instead of you having adapting to your cause, you adapt to their cause by keep on spreading propaganda against Abraham Churi and some of our greatest leaders. Nelson Mandela was a detriment to South Africa and African continent. Why is it she's not saying anything about Nelson Mandela? She's actually, to her, Nelson Mandela is a hero. When Nelson Mandela did one good thing for South Africa, policy-wise, law-wise, everything stayed in place from the pre-1994 cars. Every time you use the word, they're trying to ban you, strike a video. Those are the people who she's into. Nelson Mandela, Nana Akufo, William. Those are the people who she think is good for the continent. Not Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, Jerry Rawlings, Nareri, and those great leaders we lost. They was taken. If there was not church, why were they taken from us? To show you the intelligence don't mean you're smart. And this proves my point with this stupid woman. I can consider her a stupid woman for those statements she made about some of our greatest leaders. And leave out the ones that she should be calling their names. Like Nelson Mandela, who did nothing. Everything was kept in place for the white power structure. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Do you agree with me? Disagree? Let me know what you think about it. Boom.